Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amanda and this week's video is going to be a book outlet unboxing. I bought some books for them for the first time ever, book outlet. So I figured I would finally give them a try. So, as I was saying, I finally bought some books from Book Outlet. I've seen them come across my newsfeed on Facebook a few times and was always impressed with how cheap their books were. And so I figured I'd give them a try, and this is the haul that I got from them. I'm super excited about it. There are some good books in there, and there are some from series. I swore I wasn't going to buy any more series for a while until I read some more of the books that I have, but so this one's a little bit scary, so I hope if you're easily scared. This one's called Krampus the Yule Lord by Brom. So again, kind of a scary picture of the guy on front, and so this one wasn't a lot. No, it says, Santa Claus, my dear old friend, you are a thief, a traitor, a slanderer, a murderer, a liar, but worst of all, you are a mockery of everything for which I stood. You have sung your last ho, 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 for I am coming for your head. I am coming to take back what is mine, to take back Yuletide. The author and artist of The Child Thief returns to the modern, fabulous tale of Krampus, Lord of Yule, and dark enemy of Santa Claus. Says, one Christmas Eve in a small hollow in Boone County, West Virginia, struggling songwriter Jesse Walker witnesses a strange spectacle. 7 devilish figures chasing a man in a red suit toward a sleigh and 8 reindeer. When the reindeer leap skyward toward the sleigh, devil men and Santa into the clouds, screams follow. Moments later, a large sack plummets back to earth, a magical sack that thrusts the down on his luck singer into the clutches of the terrifying Yule Lord Krampus, but the lines between good and evil become blurred as Jesse's new master reveals many dark secrets about the cherry-cheeked Santa Claus, including how half a millennium ago the jolly old saint imprisoned Krampus and usurped his magic. Now Santa's time is running short, for the Yule Lord is determined to have his retribution and reclaim Yuletide. If Jesse can survive this ancient feud, he might have the chance to redeem himself in his family's eyes, to save his own broken dreams, and to help bring the magic of Yule to the impoverished fold of Boone County. So this one sounded like it was interesting. I've never really read anything about Krampus before, but I kind of have a basic understanding of the history of it and stuff, so that one sounded interesting. So I have to maybe I'll just take these out and move the box so that way it is not in the way. So again, these books are really inexpensive. They are usually about like $3 or $4, $5, $6. They're like all under 10. And if you spend like $50, you usually get like free shipping. So, I really liked that. I'm a huge fan of places that sell books for really inexpensive and also allow you to get free shipping after a certain point. So, I also really like thrift books for that reason too, because the books are inexpensive and you can usually get more. And then after a certain point, the shipping is free. So, and I think these ones might be all secondhand just because of some of the stickers, but that's alright. So the next one is Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. I have never read anything by Octavia Butler, but I've seen a lot of people talk about her work and how good it is. So I really wanted to try and read some of her books, so that's why I got this one. And it says, when global climate change and economic crisis lead to social chaos in the early 2020s, California becomes full of dangers, from pervasive water shortage to masses of vagabonds who will do anything to live to see another day. 15-year-old Lauren Olamina lives inside a gated community with her preacher father, family, and neighbors, sheltered from the surrounding anarchy. In a society where any vulnerability is a risk, she suffers from hyper empathy, a debilitating sensitivity to others' emotions. Precocious and clear-eyed, Lauren must make her voice heard in order to protect her loved ones from imminent disasters her small community stubbornly ignores. But what begins as a fight for survival soon leads to something much more, the birth of a new faith and a starting vision of human destiny. So like I said, have heard a lot of really good things about Octavia Butler's writing and was really excited to read her work. So the next one I got was Circe. This one's a Greek god themed book, and one that I've seen floating around, Bookstagram and Facebook and stuff, and looked like it was interesting. So that was another one I got. So one that I have had saved on my Amazon list that I was really excited for, and I swore I wasn't going to buy any more series, but this one's only a duology, so I only need to find one more book, but it's The Gilded Ones, and so I've been really excited for this book also. I've heard that it was a really good series. As most people that watched my monthly wrap-up from last month, I also read another duology that was really good, so I heard this one was really good too. So it says, are we girls or are we demons? Are we going to die or are we going to survive? 16-year-old Dika lives in fear in anticipation of the blood ceremony that will determine whether she will become a member of her village. Already different from everyone else because of her unnatural intuition, Dika prays for red blood so she can finally feel like she belongs. But on the day of the ceremony, her blood runs gold, the color of impurity, and Dika knows she will face a consequence worse than death. Then a mysterious woman comes to her with a choice: stay in the village and submit to her fate, or leave to fight for the emperor and an army of girls just like her. They are called Alakai, nearer immortals with rare gifts. They are the ones who can stop the empire's greatest threat. Yearning for acceptance, Dika decides to leave the village that has turned its back on her, but as she journeys to the capital to train for the biggest battle of her life, she will discover that the great walled city holds many surprises. Nothing and no one are quite what they seem to be, not even Dika herself. So, really excited for this one. I'll have to find The Merciless Ones. That's the sequel to this one. So, I don't mind getting duologies this year just because I don't have to get like a ton of series books, which the next one is also a duology. So yeah, I don't mind if duologies right now just because it usually is just like one book after that you need in the series, but trying to stay away from regular like multiple book series where you need like 3, 4, or 5 books, just because I don't know if I have like the energy or the patience to read multiple ones. Though I do have a book I'm getting ready to read that has like multiple ones, but it's in comic form, so I feel like that one's going to be easier for me to read, and you can read the rest of the comic online. But I feel like as far as like ones that have like 5 or more books, so which brings us to our next one, which is Fable. Again, this is one that I've seen across Bookstagram and Facebook and stuff a lot. I might have to try and take the stickers off, but yes, this one has been floating across the internet and looked like it was really, really good. So I've been really excited about this. The other one, I don't remember the name, but like when you put them together, it's like a whole phase. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I didn't really know what this one was about, before I got it. I just thought the covers were cool, so, but it looks like it's going to be a good one. It says, welcome to a world made dangerous by the sea and by those who wish to profit from it, where a young girl must find her place and her family while trying to survive in a world built for men. For 17-year-old Fable, the daughter of the most powerful trader in the Narrows, the sea is the only home she has ever known. It's been 4 years since the night she watched her mother drown during an unforgivable storm. The next day, her father abandoned her on a legendary island filled with thieves and little food. To survive, she must learn to keep to herself, learn to trust no one, and rely on the unique skills her mother taught her. The only thing that keeps her going is the goal of getting off the island, finding her father, and demanding her rightful place beside him and his crew. To do so, Fable enlists the help of a young trader named West to go off the island, to get her off the island and across the Narrows to her father. But her father's rivalries and the dangers of his trading enterprise have only multiplied since she last saw him, and Fable soon finds that West isn't who he seems. Together they will have to survive more than the treacherous storms that haunt the Narrows if they're going to stay alive. So, again, that one sounded really good and was all across Facebook. So, we have 3 more books. I did get 8 books for $50, so I thought that, and free shipping, so I thought that was really good. So, next one is Hidden Pictures. Another one that was kind of across Facebook that seemed like it was really interesting. So I think this one's more of a thriller. And so, again, sounded like it might be interesting. I don't mind as much when they're, like, I don't feel as bad when they're inexpensive either, because I just end up donating books I don't like to the free little libraries around my area. So kind of makes it a little easier to justify when they're cheaper. So another Greek god related one called Electra. Again, this one sounded like it was interesting. It says 3 women tangled in an ancient curse. When Clytemnestra marries Agamemnon, she ignores the insidious whispers about his family line, the house of Atreus. But when on the eve of the Trojan War, Agamemnon betrays Clytemnestra in the most unimaginable way, she must confront a curse that has long ravaged their family. In Troy, Princess Cassandra has the gift of prophecy, but carries a curse of her own. No one will ever believe what she sees. When she is shown what will happen to her beloved city, when Agamemnon and his army arrive, she is powerless to stop the tragedy from unfolding. Electra, Clytemnestra, and Agamemnon's youngest daughter wants only for her beloved father to return home from war, but can she escape her family's bloody history, or is it her destiny bound by violence too? So that one looked like it was pretty interesting. So I think I got 2 books that were Greek god related. So, and then last but not least, it says the Book of Living Secrets. This one just, I always like covers that are really cool and interesting. So this was one that looked interesting to me. So it says Adele and Connie have been best friends for years, united by their love of a little-known novel called Moira. Unable to reach Moira's reclusive author, Robin Amory, the girls have to settle for reading the book over and over again, dreaming about how much better their lives would be in the world of this romantic fantasy with its intrigue and excitement. But when the girls are tempted by a mysterious purveyor to enter the world of the book, they hardly suspect that it will actually work. And when they find the world of the novel turned upside down, the lavish balls and star-crossed love affairs now interlaced with unspeakable horrors, the girls realize that something sinister is behind their foray into fiction, and they will have to rewrite their own arcs if they hope to escape this nightmare with their lives. So that one sounded interesting also. So I didn't think that was too bad. 8 books for $50 and free shipping. Also have been trying to make sure that I don't just buy books for the sake of buying books. Also trying to make sure that I only buy ones that sound really, really interesting and I know that I'm going to read and like. So, obviously, I'm sure there'll be ones that I end up not liking after, but hoping that I don't just keep buying books for the sake of buying books. I know that's kind of a habit that I've had. You know, oh, this sounds a tad bit interesting, so I'll get it and I'll read it eventually, and then my TBR is out of control and I never read it. So, as always, I thank you for watching my videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one. If you are looking for inexpensive places to buy books, I highly recommend bookoutlet.com and thrift books. Have a great day.